You can go out there and you can be effective and do a lot of good and grow produce the right way. You don't have to choose like ideology or success. You know, you can do both. It's harder, but it's still happening, and it still guides every single decision that we make in that restaurant. We designed this place to tell a very definitive story. We're not hiding anything. We have one flat top grill and then one grate, 2 ovens, a fryer, and 4 burners, and that's it. So every year we buy hundreds of pounds of Hungarian chilies, and then we smoke them and then dehydrate them. It's called the best paprika in this hemisphere, and we won't make any enemies. Lots and lots of sausages. We got some pancetta, all the fat over there that we cook with. We've got nilgai, aoudad, homemade mustards and mayonnaises and all the different sauces that we make. It's just mayhem, really. And then they're breaking down our hogs for the week over there, so we get them in on Tuesday night. No corn, no soy in the feed. There's not a single roof out there. These things they live in mesquite paddocks, about as natural an environment and as happy as they can be. There's the words are out there, all the catchphrases and stuff like that, but really at the end of the day, it's the dynamic between us and the producers that's the most important, and that we're serving each other's needs. We started the business 18 years ago. We would host dinners on farms, and so then had a booth at the farmers market. We're selling hot prepared foods and basically anything that we could make out of what we were buying at the farmers market. And then in 2014, opened a brick and mortar restaurant. And this is what I really hope produces a million tiny little lives. One of my favorite things in the world. Like when they get overripe, the fragrance that comes off of them, it's otherworldly. And then peppers are another real obsession of mine. I absolutely love all kinds of peppers, fresh and dried. We're gonna pick some of these today. This one's really nice and ripe. It's starting to get that brownish tint to it. And these are like a really pretty mild pepper, but there has been a little bit of cross-pollination with its neighbor, the jalapeno, and so these got a little spicy. So these are wild boar. They're smoked sausages. They got a little bit of chilies in them, and also some cubed cheese in them. Roasted pepper mayonnaise last night for my crab cakes. I'm gonna put that on there too because it's real good. Just come in and score. That's what that does. It gets that beautiful crisp. I think, a sausage should be cooked like a steak. It should be cooked to a very precise temperature, but it is kind of well done. And you want to cook them a little more gently. Nice ambient heat. You can cook them on a smoker, you can grill them, cook them in the oven, you cook them in a pan, but either way you're going to do that, you're going to kind of go that medium heat. That skin is getting cooked, the casing is getting cooked on the outside of the sausage as well. Ain't going to be dainty. Probably the most formative book that I've read my cooking career is the River Cottage meat book. Not only recipes, but why and how animals are raised. The limits of the vegetarian utopia. There's a lot of very simple recipes in here, and I love that. I really love that. This is me and my friend Larry. He was nice enough to sell me some produce, and over the years we became really good friends. Used to go out to his other farm, kind of about an hour and a half east of Austin, and we'd fish, just hang out, eat stuff off the farm, and we'd also hunt pigs. We did some of the photo shoots for the hog book out there as well. I wrote that a few years back. First quote in there is from Larry. He said, there's a whole lot of misery in the world if you ain't having fun. And I put that quote in the book. And yeah, Larry passed away a few years ago. Liver cancer. It was too soon. I mean, he was, I don't know, it was hard. We still go out there to that area and kind of revisit some of those places that we fished and hunted with Larry. And in fact, his wife is still growing the most beautiful organic produce that you've ever seen. They never wavered from their principles as far as growing and providing food for their community. This is not an easy place to grow food, and they did it successfully for decades. Out here we have a variety of oaks: blackjack, white oak, red oak, live oak right there. In my estimation, acorns make the tastiest pigs, and this is one of the best acorn growing regions in the state. So I'll make time to get out of here once that drop starts. And we're kind of at the cusp of the Blackland Prairie and the piney woods of East Texas here, so just cool, like a transitional zone. So it's just a cool area, really cool area, very, very rich soil. So there's also a lot of agriculture here. Yeah, I mean, been coming out here for years. Larry, his farm was not too far from here, and we just come out here and hang out and go fish at his cousin's pond, come out here, maybe shoot a pig. He built his own smokehouse. He smoked tomatoes. He bridged the gap kind of between the organic farmers and, like, you know, just your typical Texan farmers. He was a good old boy. A lot's been said about having a connection to your food, and it doesn't have to be every meal that you sit there and think deeply about where everything came from. But I think when you experience connections, be it hunting or growing a pepper or raising chickens or something like that, then we can make better choices kind of based on our own experiences with those connections to those resources. If you can just like serve somebody some feral hog, but in a very approachable and recognizable way, you are teaching them that feral hog is delicious and that you're serving an invasive species, and that's one less pig that's out there. It kind of really sets the stage for this argument of not only should everything be utilized, but everything should be celebrated, from dialing in rifles to hunting to packaging and preserving and cooking. And it might come out looking very simple on the plate, but a lot of people have put a lot of work into that. Put it out there, and then the people, they'll find their own way. And it'll be good, you know, you'll make it good.